Hi traders, thanks for stopping by thetradinganalyst.com. This is Taylor and we're going to take a look at a bunch of charts here. But first, if you're not already a member, go ahead and sign up at the conclusion of this video on the free trial tab and gain instant free access to all of the member only features like the live chat room, private Twitter feed, daily member only watch list, daily member only market videos and analysis, as well as the profitable trade alerts, which not only make you money in the market, but we teach you the ins and outs of every single trade that we take. So it's a classroom experience, making you a more profitable, consistent, and successful trader on your own. It's a great opportunity, and I suggest that you take advantage of it. All right, so let's get into these charts here. We've got the Apple weekly chart. I wanted to touch on the weekly chart for Apple just because we're coming up to a very, very key level on Apple here. We've been in a downtrend since the early 2015, so about a year now we've been in a downtrend, and we're coming up to that key test of this downtrend line. This is a really smooth, clean downtrend line. We have a touch here, 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 several touches here, and then we're coming up to that test of it right now, and that's going to be right around 112 or so. Okay, 112 or so is going to be where that downtrend line is going to match up. Remember, it's declining, so if you're watching this video, 2 weeks from now, the downtrend line will be closer down to like 109 or something like that. Okay, so just be aware of this downtrend line because it is something that you do not want to ignore. It's a very clean downtrend line, lots of touches. Okay, no predictions here. I'm not saying it's going to break over. I'm not going to say it's going to be rejected. It's just something you need to be aware of. Okay, we've got a uptrend line right here from the 2013 lows, one touch, two touch, and then as you can see here, we have several touches on it right here. And this is a key area for Apple. I know we're far away from it right now, and that's why, if you've been following along, that's why I liked Apple long down here in that low 90s area from this low, and all the support from the lows of these candles and the highs of these candles, as well as the high right there. Okay, and we made an uptrend line right there. Okay, but here we're coming up to a key test on Apple, and I think that at the very least we're going to see a pause up here near that 112 mark. Okay. All right. I will now touch on Amazon next. Amazon, really nice looking chart here. We broke over this downtrend line, a couple touches here, touch here, and then a lot of touches right here. As you can see, we tried to break over it right there with this candle, but it closed just under it, and a lot of touches right here, and then we broke over it with this candle, tested that resistance, came back down, retested that downtrend line that we broke over, as well as bounced off of this support and headed higher. Now we broke over this key resistance right here, right around 581, the low 580s right here. Okay, couple touches here, couple touches here, and then we got two rejections here, and then we broke over it with this candle. All right, I do think that Amazon's heading higher. It could want to retest this 580-ish level again before heading higher, but I do think that Amazon heads higher from here. Next, I'm going to be covering BIDU. Okay, so BIDU, we've got a nice little channel to play with right here. Okay, top of the channel right there, right here. Bottom of the channel right here, touch here, 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 almost a touch there. So this is an uptrend line, and this is the resistance up here. So that's the top of the channel. We're also coming up to a key level on BIDU. This was a key breakdown level, this 192-ish level for BIDU. If you followed along with this video I made back in December, I liked it short on this candle right here, we broke through that level as well as that downtrend line that was pushing us lower. Okay, we're coming back up to this level right here. So as you can see here, we have a lot of touches at this 192 level. Okay, so that's heavy resistance. So we're coming up. So it's no surprise we're at least seeing a pause right here. A break over 192, a close over rather, would definitely be a bullish sign for BIDU, and that's something you want to look out for if it can do that. If not, we're going to head lower and break below this trend line support right here and potentially fill this gap. Okay, 192 is going to be the level that you're going to want to be paying attention to. Above that, bullish. Below that, bearish. Next, we're going to be covering Alibaba. Okay, so Alibaba is coming up to a key downtrend line right here. We've got a touch here, 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 a bunch of touches here, and then we're coming up to that test right here, which matches up perfectly with this gap fill right there. So we'll see what happens. I see some support right around 78, which is where we bounced off of. As you can see, the lows of the, you know what, I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see it a little better right there. Okay, so as you can see, the lows of the last 3 days is right around 78, and then the highs right here, 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 all at 78. So 78 is going to be that key support level in the interim that you want to be paying attention to on Alibaba. Next, I'm going to be covering Twitter. Twitter, okay, so last week we broke over this downtrend line, and as I mentioned in my last video that I did on Twitter on Thursday evening, is that we did break over this downtrend line, but as I mentioned in that video, this trend line is not that significant of a trend line just because it's only been valid for about 3 weeks. So definitely a valid trend line and something that you don't want to ignore, but at the same time, it is very short term in nature, and thus a break over it is not some huge bullish sign. It is a bullish sign, but it is not something that I'm willing to say that Twitter is going to head much higher from there. With that said, we are still above the trend line, okay? And we came back, retested the trend line, and bounced, okay? And we're also working on this uptrend line right here. Right here is a touch, couple touches here, and then we bounced off of it right here on Friday's trading session. So this uptrend line is going to be the level that you want to be paying attention to of whether Twitter is going to be headed higher from here. I would lean bullish on Twitter in the short term from here. It's an easy spot. You're going to know if you're wrong right away because a break below that would signal more downside, in my opinion, on Twitter. It's not something that I'm looking to get short on a break below this trend line, but I do think that we're going to bounce here and retest that 117 mark again. And again, we do have a gap that still needs to get filled right around 1655. That was from the gap down on Friday. So I do lean bullish on Twitter from here. If it breaks below that uptrend line support, then I no longer like that for a long play. All right, looking at GoPro here. GoPro in a downtrend. We are at this downtrend line right here. I'm sorry for all the lines, but I'll explain all of them so you know exactly what we're looking at. The main downtrend line right here. Okay, we've got a lot of touches on that, and this is going to be the main level that you want to watch for on GoPro to see if it's going to be heading higher or not. Okay. Right here, we've got that resistance at about 1250 from the lows of these candles, and then the highs of these candles right here, right around 1250. Okay. The main support level that I see on GoPro is going to be this 1150 mark, okay? It does look like this 1150 mark is eventually going to break because we're in a downtrend on GoPro and we broke every little uptrend line support that you can draw, okay? So it only makes sense that we're going to break another one. And this 1150 mark, why is 1150 important? Well, I'll show you. We've got a bounce from it here, a bounce from it here, a bounce from it here, bounce from it here, and then over here it was a key resistance line, okay? So it was support right here, and from here on it was resistance. As you can see, a rejection here, a few rejections here, rejection here, a couple rejections here, and then here it is acting as support again before it broke through, okay? So this is a key level right here for GoPro. If GoPro breaks that 1150, I think it's going to be heading lower, okay? Looking at the indicators, we are trending down and we are holding below this 50 mark for quite some time. Looking at the MACD, we are trending down and we crossed below not only the signal line, but below the zero line right here. This is the zero line and we are below that, okay? So the chart as well as the indicators are agreeing that most likely GoPro is heading lower. But again, a break over that downtrend line would signal to me that I'm going to take off my short bias on GoPro. Next, we're going to be covering Facebook. Facebook right here. If you've been following along, you know that I like Facebook for higher. As long as we keep bouncing off of this uptrend line right here, I think that Facebook keeps heading higher and keeps making new highs. Okay, there's no reason to short it up here. The only place I would short it is against this top of the channel line. As you can see here, look at this, how smooth and clean that channel line is and how many touches we have. So many touches right here, okay? So that top of that channel line, you can't really see where it's going to end up at the moment, but you know, maybe around like 121, 122. As the chart progresses, we're going to see and be able to extend that line and see where those prices are going to be. But you can draw this on your own chart and you can follow along with that. But again, I think that Facebook heads higher. This is that uptrend line support that we've had since the early 2016, so almost 3 months right here that we have this uptrend line support. So you know, if you're a trend trader, which I think that everyone should be, then the trend has been up for quite some time, and you want to be trading with that trend on Facebook, not against it. All right, guys, thank you very much for stopping by. Check in for more videos. Again, if you're not already a member, sign up on the free trial tab and gain instant free access to all the member-only features. We also have the 50% off sale going on right now for the lifetime membership for a limited time. So if you'd like to take advantage of that, we've gotten a lot of interest on that. So sign up for that or the free trial. It's up to you. We would love to have you. Have a great time, and we'll see you next time.